stop at 2 right there. Okay.
What's that, bud?
Why did it just stop at 2 right there?
You know, I'm not sure.
You've been to a lot of these.
You know what I am?
Okay, your attention please.
Weird.
Before we get into our match with our surgeon, we have a very special presentation at this time. 4 years ago, Bailey Christensen and this year's senior class stepped into a program that had lost 6 seniors and 75% of the starting lineup of the state championship team. There were lots of holes to fill, and who would step in to fill those holes was a big question mark. It became apparent immediately that Bailey Christensen would be one of those people. She led the team in kills as a freshman and showed flashes of brilliance, including a 24-kill performance and a 3-0 win over Billings Central at divisionals. A record that is still standing for a 3-set match. Her efforts during the freshman campaign earned her All-State honors, the first time a Panther volleyball athlete was named All-State as a freshman. Since that time, Bailey has widened her mark on the program. She became an asset back row and for the service line, along to what she brought to the front court. She has become a leader on and off the court and was selected by her teammates as a captain for the second year in a row this season. Besides owning the 3-set match record for kills, Bailey has etched her name all over the Panther volleyball record book. During her sophomore campaign, she recorded 505 kills to break the single-season kills record by 1. She smashed her own record by registering 547 kills last year. During the state tournament last season, she became the 5-set match and single-match kill leader when she registered 30 kills against Corvallis. She broke the career kills mark of 1,069 about halfway through her junior season. Bailey is currently at 1,636 career kills, with 3 more regular season matches plus the postseason to go. At the beginning of this season, she broke the career ace record of 200. Bailey has now accumulated 244 aces during her Panther career and counting. Sitting at 71 aces this season, Bailey will have a shot at making the single-season ace record of 103 as well. It is nearly impossible to state just how much Bailey has contributed to the success of the Panther volleyball program, and especially over what it's seen for the last 4 years. A career high school record of 89 and 22 speaks for itself. Her multiple single-match, single-season, and career records speak for themselves, which is good, because Bailey is certainly not one to speak about any of these accomplishments. As much as I know she has not enjoyed this presentation, anyone that has accomplished what she has deserves the recognition. Congratulations, Bailey, and thank you for all the work, time, blood, sweat, and tears you have given to this program and to make it what it is today. We love you, we will certainly miss you, and we wish you and the team the best of luck down the stretch. Congratulations.
Follow her now. Can you follow her, James? Follow the girl.
Thank you for
Good
your
job.
attention. Let's play some volleyball.
Good job, bud.
Thanks for telling me. I didn't know the live stream started then, so, I was just doing my own thing. What's that? I didn't know the live stream started yet. Yeah, I thought that was exciting. Oh. Yeah. Sorry. What's that? Thank you. It's okay. It's alright.
High Country Paving, locally owned and operated since 2002. High Country Paving believes in the values of kids being a part of the team. Harrington Pepsi, your local Pepsi bottler. Made to Clean. Trust the team that's made to clean. Give them a call at 209-2109. Reach Higher Montana helps students achieve personal success in education, career, and life. Schedule an appointment with Cullen Gilbreth in the BHS Counseling Office.
Big Sky Bravery provides our military's active duty special operations forces with post-deployment decompression programs throughout Montana's restorative surroundings.
Town and Country Foods, serving the Belgrade community with multiple locations across the Gallatin Valley. Ty Elliott State Farm Insurance. Don't think about retirement, plan for it. Call Ty at 388-3178.
Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snow coach trips in Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com.
Association welcoming to today's volleyball match. The Stockton Bank Sportsmanship Program reminds you that your mission in this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of noteworthy skills developed by some of Montana's finest student athletes. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Going, taunting, or intimidating officials or opponents is disrespectful, discourteous, and unacceptable. Show sportsmanship. How about a nice hand for our officials today? We have Brent Abbott and Adam Bouquet. This time we ask everyone to please stand in honor of America for the presentation of colors by the Belgrade Church Squad, directed by Bethany Bachschulten, and the singing of the national anthem by the duet of Ava Smith and Aaron Brown. We have senior number 2, Allie Rock. We have sophomore number 4, Isabel Harrison. Sophomore number 5, Haley Jensen. Junior number 10, Ainsley Howard. Senior number 11, Kate Shaw. Sophomore number 14, Grace Zion. And junior number 15, Kelly Come. Now let's get you started with the potential ratings. Junior number 6, Olivia. Senior number 7, Glenn Meyer. Senior number 8, Taylor Miller. Sophomore number 9, Cindy Gray. Junior number 12, Christina Schaefer. Senior co-captain number 13, Sierra Schuster. And Lavero, senior co-captain number 3.
You just hit the mother lode.
At
$3.99, Taco Time's new mother of all burritos hits the hunger jackpot without breaking the bank. Weighing in at more than a pound, our salsa tortilla is stuffed with seasoned ground beef, Spanish-style rice, refried beans, and our famous Mexi fries. Then smothered with creamy cheese sauce, fired up with 5 Alarm sauce, and finished off with cool sour cream. Hit your hunger big time with the mother of all burritos. Just $3.99 only at Taco Time, where real ingredients make better food.
Well, there it is. Rick Phillips got the student section going here. We are back at it on Panther Live on YouTube. We got Coach Demjanovic with us. Hey, we're underway.
Yeah, big game for both teams. Belgrade comes in tonight's contest 19-2 overall, 4-0 in conference. Billings Central, I believe, is 8-1 or so. And I believe these two teams faced each other at the tip-off tournament up in Havre, Belgrade came away victorious. Billings Central's always been kind of a nemesis and a heel problem to Belgrade's ability to move forward, usually in the state tournament. So it's nice that we see each other a couple times before we go to divisionals and state.
Here, we'll test our volleyball knowledge tonight.
Yeah, Olivia Cook just out of bounds off that outside hit position. So Billings Central takes the 2-1 lead.
Trouble here for the Panthers trying to get it out.
Yeah, libero.
Able to get it over
Taylor
the net.
Christensen able to help get that back in. Nice little set to the outside here. Olivia, she doesn't attack that, just kind of soft hits over the net there. Taylor Christensen, the libero, brings it over to the right side hitter. Is that Hazel Eaton? They get it over the net call, so 2-2 now.
I'm going to try to run the scoreboard here, keep that updated while I'm taking my best shot at doing some commentating here.
Eaton over the net. Billings Central can't quite come up with it, so 3-2 Belgrade. Bailey Christensen here strikes the serve, gets it over the net as she is the career leader for kills. Belgrade can't quite finish there in the middle. Middle blocker just a little too strong. But yeah, Bailey Christensen just got her award for career kills here in Belgrade at 244, but also she leads, or sorry, career ace is 244, but career kills is 1636 and counting for both those. So those are two giant marks.
Who sat down here in the event center and counted all those?
I did. One by one.
Here we got James Durchak on the camera tonight. As the Rams pick up that point, now 5-3 here in the first game. And that one's long, so point Rams there.
Yeah, Christensen a little bit too strong there. Billings Central rallying back. Scores tight, 5-4. Central over the top. Hits libero Taylor Christensen. She gets back to middle hitter. Back to the outside, goes back into the net. It ties it up for the Rams, 5-5.
I think that one was called out.
Yeah,
6-5
sets
now,
Hazel.
Rams.
Yeah. Back left corner there, set Hazel up for the attack, the spike, and just a little bit too strong. Hits the out of bounds line. Rams now take the lead. Serve up and over to Taylor Christensen. Taylor bumps it up. Belgrade over the net. Block. Billings Central comes at it, gets over the net. Olivia Cook just can't quite block that back to the other side. Rams now take the lead. Out of bounds. Looks like the call. Tied 6-6. So the serve will be up for Belgrade. Is it Veda Barkel? Is that how you say it?
I always said Barkle, but it might be the correct.
Barkel. Yeah.
We'll say Veda here.
So we are waiting. Officials conferring on a substitute position here for the Billings Central Rams. So Belgrade goes back to the huddle. And we're ready for play. 6-6 here. First set.
Nice serve there.
Yeah,
Digs it
Barkle
out.
almost got the ace, digs it out, but Billings Central returns it. Christensen can't quite come up with the dig, and Billings Central scores 7-6. So libero for the serve for Billings Central, number 3, Avery Hadley. Assuming that's the sibling to Jacob Hadley, or a relative who's up playing for the Montana State Bobcats, who's currently they are playing Weber State tonight. And Belgrade cannot handle the Billings Central return there. 8-6 Rams. Hadley, another serve up over the top, goes the back left corner. Hazel is able to dig it out. Panthers set it, but can't quite come up with it. So the Panthers now trailing 6-9 here in the first set.
.610 now, Panthers trail. And unable to dig that one out was Jaden Blakely, so now 6-11. Timeout here taken by Belgrade to talk this thing over. Started out with the early lead, now trail at 6-11. Let's step aside and thank some of our sponsors that make Panther Live possible. High Country Paving, locally owned and operated since 2002. High Country Paving believes in the values of kids being a part of the team. Harrington Pepsi, your local Pepsi bottler. Made to Clean. Trust the team that's made to clean. Give them a call at 209-2109. Reach Higher Montana helps students achieve personal success in education, career, and life. Schedule an appointment with Cullen Gilbreth in the BHS Counseling Office.
So right out of the timeout, Billings Central comes back in this first set to lead at 12-6. See if Belgrade can settle in here. See if their rotation can pick up here. Taylor Christensen with the dig. Pin back, Jaden puts it back to Cook. Cook gets it over the net, comes back. Billings Central though spikes it off libero Christensen, but they handle it to get it back over. Billings Central, here's the set. The attack and the spike is down, but Hazel digs it out. Christensen back over the net in one hit. Hadley gets it back for Billings Central. Spike over the middle, dig out by Hazel. Good play, getting to the middle on that. A good volley between both teams. Belgrade block. Olivia Cook. Olivia Cook gets the block.
Maybe look on the JV numbers there.
Jamie to Christmas.
7-12 here, Panthers trailing after that good rally and point.
Yeah, the block was helped there by McKenna Carlson.
That time
Billings Central finishes it with no doubt. Number 6 there, Olivia Moulton-Shell. It's almost like Olivia Newton-John, but Olivia Moulton-Shell.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Well, yeah.
I think it sounds familiar because we've played these guys a couple times too.
Cook over to McKenna Carlson, gets blocked but gets her own hit back. Christensen off the mark, pushes it into the net. Billings Central now pulling away here in this first set, 14-7, Nate. I'll have to check, but I do believe they did play up in the tip-off tournament. I thought Belgrade won, but looks like that did drop in.
What a
Back
shot.
to the back right zone, zone 1 there. That was a great shot. Belgrade couldn't pick that up. So Moulton-Shell is able to get over the net. Block back into Hazel. They tip it back. She tips it back over. Billings Central digs it out, handles it, pops it up. Hazel Christensen, number 3, over to her sister Christensen. Number 12, Bailey, gets it over the net. Back right set up, and Hazel Eaton just can't handle it. Tries to get up and block it from the outside hitter position, just can't handle it, and it seeps through her 2 arms and then goes out of bounds for a score. 16-7 Rams now. So number 6, Olivia Moulton-Shell, is still serving. Got a nice little serve, hits it to Christensen. Belgrade gets it over though. Outside hitter for Rams gets it over. Jaden, number 9 for Belgrade, is able to block it. McKenna Carlson over the net is pushed back to her, but Olivia Cook back over. Now Christensen settles it back to Cook. Cook serves it over. Carlson looks like she had the block but couldn't quite hammer it down. Taylor Christensen pushes the back corner. Blocked by Panthers, but Billings Central able to snuff it back out with a dig. Bailey Christensen pushes up towards Olivia Cook. Outside hit, Jaden blocked. So Olivia Cook just pushes it back over there on the 3rd hit. Central sets it back up. Dig out by Christensen. Now young Christensen, libero, handles it. Pushes it over to Cook. Cook over to Eaton. Eaton over. Billings Central rallies back to it. Slips it over to the center, and nobody's there to quite get to that.
And that was a heck of a rally, boy, back and forth. It seemed like a dozen times before it finally ended. And the point for the Rams, now 17-7.
Yeah, Moulton-Shell for Billings Central, a nice server. Coming away with some points for your Billings. She is that middle hitter, but she's serving, so she's in the back row, hitting from the back row. But Belgrade finally gets a stop and gets the score to make it 17-8. Ends that rally from Billings Central. So now Haley Winham into serve, number 1 for the Belgrade Panthers.
Whistles here, stop play. Trying to sort this one out. What's going on there, Coach?
With me? I'm watching the highlight of the Washington-Colorado game that you got on. Sorry, that's distracted me. We'll unfreeze it because it looks like a great play right there by a defensive back. So we got 2 games we're mic'd up on.
Well, not sure exactly what this stoppage in play is here, but we are back ready to go as Wingham serves.
Haley gets it over the net, back to her, pushes it to Cook, back over to outside hitter. Christensen from the outside position comes up and knocks it in for a point, 17-1, or excuse me, 17-10.
Boy, and sneaking that one over there, the Rams.
Little bit with Belgrade's rotation there. Seems that our middle is a little bit more susceptible right now, and that Billings Central has found that out, leaving some space in the middle. We'll see if Belgrade can get a hold of that as Billings is able to get one over the net. Christensen back up to Cook. Cook flings it over back to number 9, Jaden Blakely. Gets it over the net. Billings Central strikes back out of bounds. 18-11 now. So libero player for the Belgrade Panthers, Taylor Christensen, number 3, will take the serve. Jump serve it back to the back. 2 Billings Central players cannot handle it. It goes out of bounds, so she gets the point. 18-12 Belgrade now. So Belgrade starting to crawl back a little bit after being down, what was it, 17-7. Wingham able to dig that out. Cook back to the front row to Christensen. As the ladies yell out on the hit back from Billings Central, and it is 18-13, Nate. So Belgrade climbing back in here. And getting this first set is an important game for these guys. Both teams very, very good. Only 3 losses combined between the both of them, as that one's flung out of bounds by Belgrade, 19-13.
Yeah, this is the rematch of the state championship game last year that Billings Central won at the field house just down the road. Expect to see this matchup again later on, probably at the state tournament again this year.
Well, they'll see each other in divisionals.
Divisionals will be in Glendive this year.
So yeah, these guys did play at the beginning of the year, because Billings Central has 1 loss and Belgrade has no conference losses, only losing to Huntley Project and a AA school, I believe, which is Senior High, who is rated number 1 in Class AA.
Oh, was that at a tournament, I believe, too?
Yeah, where girls went away 2-1 in that AA tournament, which is a big factor because we're going AA next year.
Right.
So they did a great job, great showing at that tournament. So sneaks it in the right corner there. Blakely wondering if she should have got hands on that, lets it go, thought it would go out of bounds, but it is good for a point for Billings Central. 20-14 here in set 1. Billings Central with the serve. Wingham is able to dig that out. Over to Christensen. Smacks it, but what is he saying? Is that a net call?
Yeah, it's point for Panthers, whatever it is.
Oh, I didn't see what the referee called there. So 20-15 now. So Christensen back serving, hits to the back left corner. Ooh, Central tried to sneak it in. Number 9 for Billings Central, Cindy Gray. Try to find the hole in the zone as the Panthers protecting the middle a little harder and can't quite hit that outside zone, so it was out of bounds. 2016 Billings Central. Central over the top, Christensen with the bump. Blakely with the set. Cook with the attack and the spike. Central digs it out though. Christensen bumps it. Blakely, Jaden Blakely sets it. Over the net by Catron. Back to Belgrade. Christensen, Taylor gets it. Bumps it to Eaton. Eaton gets it over. And Moten Shell from Billings Central tips it to the open space. And Billings Central gets another point in 21-16, so they're getting closer and closer to that 25-point mark for the win.
Yeah, this will be best out of 5 again here in game 1. I'm sure our viewers probably know more than what I'm talking about right now, as Panthers there unable to get that one over the net. 22-16.
So Cook not quite able to hold on to that one. So Billings Central will get the serve here. Eaton digs it out a little bit. Catron tacks it over. Billings Central digs it out. Christensen sets it forward to Jaden. Jaden Blakely sets it over the net to Billings Central, but Moten Shell comes back with it, tries to running attack on it to spike it across court, and it is blocked and put back down on Billings Central side for the Belgrade Panther point. 22-17. So Veda Barkle over the net. Moten Shell crushes that one, but Belgrade digs that out. Over the top, Blakely bumps it. Cook sets it to Eaton. Eaton over the back left corner. Billings Central digs it out. Outside hitter attack by Billings Central, gets it over the net. Cook tries to angle it to the back right corner.
Boy, some good rallies here in this first game.
So was that in?
That was
in.
Point
That was
Panthers
in back
there.
right corner for us.
Yeah, snuck it in there.
So 22-18. Blakely bumps it to Christensen. Christensen sets it to Cook. Cook gets it over, but Billings Central able to handle it. Moten Shell spikes it over. Panthers block, tip it, but we can't get to it in time before it hits the floor. 23-18. Libero Hadley serves it over. Cook gets it back to Hadley. Billings Central sets it up for the outside hit. Christensen digs it up. Eaton spikes it over the top. It's blocked, but Billings Central comes down with it on their side. So it is tipped down to back over on Billings Central side there, 23-19. As it looks like Washington is pulling away from Colorado 27-13 with 2 minutes left.
We'll keep you guys updated on what we find out from, is it Ogden, Utah, where the Cats are on the road this afternoon?
Yeah, it's first quarter still. 3:11 in the first quarter. The Bobcats up 7-0 over Weber State, who upset Eastern Washington last week. So that would be a big victory for the Montana State Bobcats as Taylor Christensen slides and digs that out. Gets it back over to the Billings Central side. Billings Central smacks it back over. Christensen able to hold it on. Eaton pumps it over. Billings Central digs it out, sets it up. Left side, outside hit. And Christensen also digged that up. Cook back over to Blakely. Blakely over the net to the outside. Billings Central hits it back, and Eaton's able to push it on to Billings Central side, and they can't quite get over the net. Belgrade make it an interesting first set here now as they were down by several points. It looks like Billings Central probably takes the timeout. 23-21, Billings Central.
You just hit the mother lode.
At $3.99, Taco Time's new mother of all burritos hits the hunger jackpot without breaking the bank. Weighing in at more than a pound, our salsa tortilla is stuffed with seasoned ground beef, Spanish-style rice, refried beans, and our famous Mexi fries. Then smothered with creamy cheese sauce, fired up with 5 Alarm sauce, and finished off with cool sour cream. Hit your hunger big time with the mother of all burritos. Just $3.99 only at Taco Time, where real ingredients make better food.
Yeah. So right out of the timeout, Billings Central takes the score, can finish the set right here. It's 24-21. Moten Shell for Billings Central has been a good server and good back hitter there, but Eaton able to take it out. Carlson back over the net. Moten Shell digs it out. Back over to libero Hadley. She pushes it over the net. Carlson to Cook. Cook back to Eaton. Eaton cross court down and in. Good for the point. 24-22 Belgrade. And Haley Windjam back in the game to take the serves. So she gets it over the net. Hadley is able to dig it out. Billings Central setting it up now. Back to the center where they've had problems, but Taylor Christensen digs it out. Moten Shell is able to grasp it. Billings Central tries to get over the net. Good block by Carlson and Christensen. Windjam keeps it alive to Christensen over the net. Hadley digs it out for Central. Outside hit by Billings Central. Christensen dives for it, but it's out of bounds off the referee, and Billings Central will take set one. It's a great game by both teams, 25-22.
All right, we'll be back after these messages from our sponsors. High Country Paving, locally owned and operated since 2002. High Country Paving believes in the values of kids being a part of the team. Harrington Pepsi, your local Pepsi bottler. Made to Clean. Trust the team that's made to clean. Give them a call at 209-2109. Reach Higher Montana helps students achieve personal success in education, career, and life. Schedule an appointment with Cullen Gilbreth in the BHS Counseling Office.
Big Sky Bravery provides our military's active duty special operations forces with post-deployment decompression programs throughout Montana's restorative surroundings.
Town and Country Foods, serving the Belgrade community with multiple locations across the Gallatin Valley. Ty Elliott State Farm Insurance. Don't think about retirement, plan for it. Call Ty at 388-3178.
Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snow coach trips in Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com.
Getting ready now for game 2. Central won that first one, but Belgrade made it interesting there at the end. So now serving on the close courts, the Rams. And right away, Belgrade out in front, 1-0.
Yeah, great play there by Bailey Christensen. You can see her raw power as she comes across and spikes that down to the right side of the court. There's no way that Billings Central can handle that power. And I don't know if you've ever played volleyball against some of these girls.
No, I have
even
not.
at the high school level. And a few years ago, we played our varsity, or more than a few years ago, I guess. And those girls can hit that ball hard.
How'd you guys fare in that one?
I have to ask Mr. Hoskins again. I believe we won, but it was tough.
So 1-1 now here in game 2.
Cassidy Contron getting it over the net for Belgrade. Barkle sets or bumps it over to Blakely. Blakely sets it up for Belgrade over the net to Billings, and Billings smacks it out of bounds. How important is that game 1 to get in a tight competition like this with a team of Billings Central's caliber? Is it?
Well, no, it puts you in a spot. That game 1's so crucial because now Panthers got to win 3 out of 4. So you're talking about the top team in the state. 3 out of 5's tough enough. We're already at the 3 out of 4 spot, and now Rams win that point to make it 2-2. But any sport where you have the series, you know, you want to grab a hold of it with that game 1. But
like tonight, you got the Brewers-Dodgers, game 7.
Game 7, that's
wow.
right.
That was a 3-1 lead there by the Dodgers.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is you can't get complacent with the lead just with, again, Rams taking that first one. But it was a close game. And right off the bat here in game 2, now 3-2 Rams on top.
Cook with the dig, Blakely with the set, back over to Christensen. Hadley able to get it out, and Hadley sets it over to Olivia Moulton-Shell, and she's a sound player, I tell you what.
Yeah, I've heard that name before, and I think it's from last year's state against the Rams.
Christensen smacks the back corner. Billings Central able to dig it out. And then they attack off the outside hit, but too much. Oh, they gave it to him.
Boy, I thought that was way long.
Wow.
I really did.
Wow. 5-2 Rams. You got replay today?
You know, I don't have replay today.
Sorry to put you on the spot, but that's the one we needed.
Well, we can rewind our YouTube later on and check that one out. Viewer at home can rewind by double tapping back 10 seconds.
Out of bounds.
That point's won there by the Rams.
Yeah, so Cassidy Catron. Is it Catron or Catron?
I think it's Catron, but
Okay.
I think she goes by both.
Oh, I had Cassidy in class a couple years ago. Hard worker in volleyball. Belgrade blocks it. Cook digs it out. Jaden back to Cook. Cook over the net. And Cook again receives it. Hadley libero for Billings Central playing volley with our libero, Taylor Christensen. Belgrade tips it back. Hadley bumps it across court. Jaden Blakely digs it out. Christensen bumps it to Cook. Cook over. Now Bailey digs that one out. Set to Blakely, back behind her to Cassidy. Hits a Billings Central player, Nate, and goes out of bounds for a Belgrade point.
No, and you can tell these are two really skilled teams, just again with the amount of rallies back and forth. The ball does not hit the ground when these two teams are playing each other. And really with some of the other broadcasts we've had on Panther Live this year, it's been quick work done by the Panthers, as this one is quick work by the Panthers, making it now 6-4. But this is a very skilled Rams team. Panthers almost able to land that one in. There's that one will fall right in front of the net, making it 7-4. And Moten Shell hits the net, so Panthers get a point there, 7-5. Seven, 6 now. Rams in the lead. Now scrambling are the Rams as Belgrade ties it up 7-7 here in game 2.
Yeah, it's very tight. So Haley Windjam gets that over the net. And Central digs it out, but Cook blocks it back down. Big point for Belgrade to take the lead now. See if we can maybe carry a couple point momentums here to kind of extend the lead.
Windjam serving.
And Cook and Carlson meets him at the net. And those are the type of plays we need to do, and they're solid right now at the net. Back-to-back points, 9-7. And Central can't handle the return from Carlson. Tip, tip, and tip, and couldn't quite dig it out. 10-7 now, Belgrade.
End of a little run there as that serve goes into the net, 8-10. Big shot there. Lands in for the Panthers, 11-8 now, Belgrade. Rams picked out. You working on a guest commentator here midway through this one, or what's the update?
Yeah, we're trying here. Gonna take some coaxing here.
Takes courage to jump on Panther Live. We've had great student support this year. Today on the camera we have James Dirtchak. Last night we had 3 students at it. Jeffrey Ellsworth was running the production end, and Dusty Maddox was on camera 1. James Dirtchak was on camera 2. As here Belgrade gets that point, I got to update this scoreboard. It's not quite accurate as it's now 13-9.
So hopefully we can get some help here.
You talking about in the production up here on Panther Live or down on the floor?
No, down up on the broadcast.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear that.
We're asking for some professional help.
Another one of these good rallies back and forth. Trying to tip that one over, saved, and then hit back. It's going to be long, though. 13-10.
Yeah, and Billings Central, a type of a team just like Belgrade was down several points in last game, and they rallied back. So either team pretty comfortable with any points in the game. And so it's just going to be, with these type of teams, it's going to be the team that makes less mistakes. Because both teams, as you said earlier on, are very highly skilled. And there, Bailey Christensen showing what she can do.
to 10 now as Jaden Blakely will serve for the Panthers. And we got a celebrity appearance here on Panther Live. Belgrade Principal Paul Lamb joined us in the broadcast booth. Mr. Lamb, thanks for being here.
Thanks for being up with us.
No, thanks for asking.
You know, former head coach yourself of the sport. Now you're watching your daughter play, correct?
Well, no, I wasn't head coach. I was a JV volleyball coach.
Coach for years?
Yep. For, I think, 7 years I was coaching in the 90s. Started out freshman and then moved to JV. And then decided to give it up to raise my kids.
Yeah, I tell you what, that coaching game, there's a lot of time spent in it. And
yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong, did these two teams play at the beginning of the year in the tip-off up at Havre or no? Do you remember?
They played at the beginning of the year.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, they did.
So we beat them, correct? I think
we did.
Okay.
They beat us one game in pool play, and then we met them in the championship and beat them in the championship.
Yeah, that Olivia Moulton-Shell for Billings Central. The middle hitter there. She's got some power, number 6 for Billings Central, giving us fits.
Yeah, she's been Central's power for a couple of years now. But that's Olivia Cook giving it right back to her.
17-14 now here in game 2. Again, Panthers lost game 1. But right here in this one, at game 2.
Yeah, the girls started off pretty slow in that first game. Came on strong at the end, and now they're
Have they done anything different? I don't know if you can tell us. Have they done anything different in their defensive rotation at all from the first set?
They haven't done anything defensively. What they did is they switched their order so that Bailey Christensen is in the front row the same time that Olivia Moulton-Shell is in. Yeah,
because it kind of seemed like that middle was a little bit exposed at times.
Yep. So this pits their power against our power. What happened in that first game is their power was in the front row and our power was in the back row, and they got a big run on us. We couldn't catch up.
So now Moulton-Shell is in the back row, trying to use her ability to serve. And we missed the mark on that, so Belgrade extends the lead 17-16 there. It's a heck of a serve. We can't quite come up with it. So Moulton-Shell showcasing her serving ability for the Rams, 17-17. Into the net.
That helps.
That's a big help. This is a crucial game for the Panthers. When you're down against a great team 1-0, how crucial is that first set?
Well, that first set isn't totally crucial. It sets the tone, but if you're able to come back strong in the second game, then it it helps give you the momentum for the last few games.
Go ahead.
I heard a couple of parents in the bathroom that were a little upset with our presentation before the game, and he was saying how it motivated them in that first game.
Gotcha. So now the Rams here in the second set take the lead 19-18. These two teams very skilled on both sides of the court.
Yeah, both teams have 7 seniors on the team, so a lot of experience there.
Come back, Panthers 19-19 now. So it's kind of going to be the team who makes the less mistakes is what it's panning out so far.
They're both hitting the ball hard, and it's the team that can dig up those hard hits and keep the ball alive.
Yeah, I was telling Nate, remember when we played our volleyball girls probably 7 or 8 years ago, and and you don't realize how hard these girls can hit even off the serve, and trying to dig those up, it's no easy task.
No, that ball is coming at you fast.
So an outplay there, so 2019 Belgrade. Hazel Eaton gets it over the net. Outside hit by Billings. Haley Windham able to dig that out. Jaden Blakely over to Christensen. Hits it over, back to Christensen, and finishes the point. 21-19. So even on that play there, the setter going all the way cross court to the outside hitter. Are you always looking to find Bailey Christensen on the court no matter where she is?
Most of the time, yes. Central's in the net.
Are they doing that, or do they have a set play that they have to follow, kind of like in basketball? Kind of let our viewers know how that works.
In volleyball, a lot of the times it's just where the ball is position-wise on the court. If the setter has a good set to your good hitter, she's going to set her good hitter. But if she's not in position for that, then she's going to set it to one of the other two hitters. The offense isn't set up quite the same strategically. It's more of what the setter is in the best position for to set the ball. A lot of times they're in good position so they can set it outside to Bailey and set her up. But other times they're just keeping the ball in play and getting it to one of the girls in the front row to hit the ball.
So you got to just kind of take
what's given to you.
But obviously these girls work hard to really fine-tune that aspect to find your best players.
Correct. The better that the back row can pass the ball to the setter, the more that you can set up the offense that you want.
Yeah, so Windham digs that up, and Blakely finds Christensen again, sets it to her, and she gets the point. So a big few points here for Belgrade, pulling away 23-19.
Nice run here at the end, yes.
Eaton still serving for the Belgrade Panthers. Central able to dig it up. Little soft hit over the net. Change the tempo. Christensen able to bang it back over. Outside header for Central, but Windham digs it up. Nice play.
Good dig.
Libero, Christensen. Yeah.
All good position for Christensen. She just found the back corner to get that point.
Yeah, that was a heck of a hit there, 24-19. So game point here for Belgrade. So they're getting a signal call from their coach. Dig for Windham. Eaton hits it over to Christensen. Christensen over the net. Outside hitter for Billings spikes it and
keeps it alive.
Eaton does.
Now Christensen got blocked.
Oh,
Central blocked.
So Carlson had that.
Yep.
Got to be a little bit maybe more forceful at the net to finish that. Just slid off the blocker's hand back over to Belgrade's side for the point for the Billings Central Rams. And this is the time where you really got to go for the jugular. You can't mess around here. You got a nice little 4-point lead, right? And those type of plays, you just got to be able to finish.
Nice thing about rally scoring, there it is. Nice thing about rally scoring, once you get to 24, you just need one side out, and you got the game, and that's what happened.
Yeah, there she
McKenna
kind of
Carlson hit it off of their block.
So she kind of wind up a little harder there at the net, and Billings Central couldn't handle that block. So here we go, 1-1, best of 5, right?
Yep, this is going to be a slugfest between the two teams.
Paul, I got to ask, I was at the boys soccer game. I know we lost that one 1-0 to Polson. Do you have an update
Correct.
on the girls soccer?
Yeah, girls soccer lost 1-0. Laurel scored in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Boy, so a tough
it was,
Saturday for our soccer programs today.
Both teams fought real hard, but just wasn't to be for either team moving on.
Let's go ahead and kick it to a commercial break. We'll be back with Game 3 right after this.
Big Sky Bravery provides our military's active duty special operations forces with post-deployment decompression programs throughout Montana's restorative surroundings.
Town and Country Foods, serving the Belgrade community with multiple locations across the Gallatin Valley. Ty Elliott State Farm Insurance. Don't think about retirement, plan for it. Call Ty at 388-3178.
Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snow coach trips in Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com.
High Country Paving, locally owned and operated since 2002. High Country Paving believes in the values of kids being a part of the team. Harrington Pepsi, your local Pepsi bottler. Made to Clean. Trust the team that's made to clean. Give them a call at 209-2109. Reach Higher Montana helps students achieve personal success in education, career, and life. Schedule an appointment with Cullen Gilbreth in the BHS Counseling Office. All right, both teams here getting ready for Game 3, tied 1-1 as Belgrade's able to respond back in Game 2, tie this one up. Christensen will serve to start it out.
Looks like Belgrade went back to their original lineup. We got Bailey Christensen in the front row to start the game, and they have Olivia Montenschell in the back row to start the game, so they'll kind of be opposite each other.
Here's Taylor Christensen.
Little tip from Cassidy. It's important for us to start off strong in this game. This is the game that the team that takes over has the momentum to finish off the 5-set match. 3-0 start is very helpful.
Yeah, Taylor Christensen here serving right away, gets Belgrade out on top.
She's a very good, consistent server. We need that.
Boy, the Rams really struggling with getting attack off that serve.
Yep.
Boy, that one's in 4-0 Panthers here.
Christensen rolls it down the net, and it still hits in the court. Nice thing, Taylor has served every one of these serves to a different person in serve receive, so they don't know who to expect it from. There's another kill from Christensen, finding a hole in their in Central's defense.
So saying the Panthers are spreading it out here to get these first 5 points of this third game. And it's still going at it here is Taylor Christensen you see on the screen. And that one is in.
Right on the line for an ace.
Well, that's that time when that Ram player just made a call, let it go, and stayed in bounds. Walked the tightrope there.
See, and this is where Belgrade, they put Christensen in the front row, and Billings Central went with Olivia Montenschell in the back row. We're taking advantage of that. They don't quite have the offense to do what they need to do to get the ball to get to their serve, so we're taking advantage of getting a lot of points from it.
And is that something that they can adjust right in between points, or they need to take a timeout?
No, they're stuck until they rotate through and she gets up to the front.
Gotcha.
It's the way they set the lineup at the beginning of the game, so they're stuck with this until they rotate her up into the front.
So now 8-0, and another nice serve from Taylor Christensen.
There they go with a back row hit. Try to get some offense going, but Belgrade digs it right up. Nice hit from Catron.
All right, glad that you cleared up Catron. We weren't sure if it was Catron.
Catron, yep.
Got it. 9-0 Belgrade here in game 3.
Oh, Olivia Cook just hits it a little long. Finally gives it back to Billings Central, but 9-1 is the start you want in game 3.
Boy, a little sneak shot over the net.
Jaden's good at that. She comes up with that in a clutch situation.
Ten to 1 now, Panthers up.
Oh, nice.
What was that call there?
Back row attack. What that means is somebody from the back row went above the net to hit the ball offensively to the other side of the net, and they're not allowed to do that. Only the 3 front row players can do that.
So it makes it now 11 to 1 here.
Oh, Bailey Christensen tried to sneak a kill in there and just hit it long.
Paul, just so you know, this is how it goes on Panther Live. Andy Demjanovic talks you into coming up here, and then he runs out, takes a phone call. That's how it goes. Just want you to be aware.
I understand. Oh, that was a swing and a miss by Christensen. That's rare happening.
Oh.
Nice kill there from Remy Gordon, a junior. That hit was long by Montenschell. That helps us keeps it going 13-3 now. Missed by Christensen. So this is where it's key for us to keep getting side outs and get our rotation moving around, because they have their power in the front row now, and Christensen is in the back row for us. So
Gotcha. Yes, this is analysis we haven't had on volleyball games before, so appreciate. Boy, she hit it twice there, didn't she?
Yep. That was a nice long volley.
Hey, geez, I come back from a short break and it's 14-4. I just better go home.
Veda Barkel's in to serve. Long hit by Central.
So what's been the key in this game here, Mr. Lamb, that Belgrade extended their lead so much?
Well, we had Bailey Christensen in the front row to begin the game. We had Taylor Christensen serving very consistent, good hard serves. And Billings Central didn't have any offensive response for us, and so we just had a nice long run to start the game. I think it was 9-1 before we gave up that first bit of serving.
So Moten Shell back serving for the Billings Central Rams.
Remy Gordon.
Nice hit.
Another kill. Now Haley Wingham will come in and serve. Great dig by Taylor Christensen.
Central comes right back to smack that down. 16-6 now. Now, how many times are you able to substitute because you want to get your servers back there? I see like Haley Wingham being substituted quite often, coming in to serve.
She's able to serve in that one position. What happens is, in volleyball, you are set in your position. There are 6 different positions on the court, and you're stuck in that rotation. And so there are only 6 girls that are able to serve throughout the course of a game, unless you substitute other girls in that specific spot.
And do you have unlimited substitutions with that?
You have a limit of 18 substitutions per game.
Total. And the libero can come in at any time.
Libero can come in at any time. It doesn't count in the 18.
Unlimited, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And with rally play, and you're only going to 25, you rarely get to 18 substitutions and get stuck.
So is that something where one of your coaches are making tally marks?
Yep.
To make sure that you don't go over that limit?
Yep. Nice hit by Bailey Christensen.
Wow. Yeah,
no chance.
No chance there.
Nope.
The Rams at the net, but that type of power, there's just no chance there.
Hazel Eaton serving. Oh, just a little tip over our block.
Yeah, and there's nothing you could do about those small tips where it looks like they might be setting something up, and the setter just kind of
you just hope that
tips it off direction a little bit.
You just hope your defense can race up there and keep it up off of the ground, but it's tough.
So what was the call on that one? Was that too many hits?
Yeah,
Or
they
did
hit it 3 times.
Three times
If they would have
and it
hit
was
it
done.
again, it would have been a 4th time. So
there, the
weren't able to
fourth
get it over
hit,
the
Belgrade
net. Yeah.
back to extend the lead.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to get another point.
Here's Taylor Christensen back serving again.
Yeah, 20-8, blowing the Rams out here in the third game.
This is very surprising given the first 2 games. But I think Belgrade has finally found their groove. All of the girls are keeping the ball alive and hitting the ball well.
Wow. I'm surprised Hadley, she was able to dig that one up.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a dig by Billings Central off Christensen's hit.
There she finally found an opening. Made the defender have to dive to get to it and couldn't quite get to it.
Some great hit there. 21-8 now for the Belgrade Panthers. As Mr. Lamb said, they kind of gotten in their rhythm now and haven't looked back. Hadley there with the dig.
Nice hit by Catron.
Yeah, so Cassidy showing some of her power, pushes it off Billings Central's tip. 22-8.
That's the one thing that makes the Panthers such a strong team. They have a whole cast of characters that can hit the ball well and score points for us. We don't have to rely completely on one. I mean, Bailey Christensen's our go-to person, but we have several other hitters that can still get the ball down hard and in a hurry and away from their defense.
Yeah, so if she's in the back row, you still got some power with your hitters up front, protecting the net and also who can score.
Yep.
Yeah, Billings Central comes right back there. Christina Schaefer with the point, 22-11 now. Like you said, this is the point where you just get a couple side outs here and just finish them off. Don't mess around.
Yep. Don't let them get any momentum going into Game 4. Billings Central's in the net. That helps to stop their momentum.
What was that call when the officials stopped play and it looked like Adam held up a couple, I don't know what he had in his hand, but they stopped play for a few minutes or a couple minutes.
Gave the coach a warning for her language. Made her sit down on the bench for a little while.
Well, was it similar to like a technical foul type?
Yes.
Okay.
If she gets a second one, then she will lose. The team will lose a point. She questioned a call that the official made. And usually the officials will tolerate a little bit of questioning, but seems like she was maybe just a little excessive in her questioning on the call, and the official didn't like that.
So Belgrade able to finish Game 3 here. They go up 2-1 now, 25-11.
Yeah, that's a nice strong statement there for Game 3.
Yeah, not only did they win, like you said, it was an absolute statement. They blew Billings Central out there. So when you're down 2-1 against a good team like that and you just got blown out, you've been in these huddles before. What are the mindsets, and how do you get the girls to focus and make another run? You got to forget about it or not dwell on it?
Yep, exactly. You got to just say, hey, you got to remember Game 1, remember the success you had. You got to go right back to that. But in Belgrade's case, Coach Smith's just going to tell them, hey, you got to pour on the juice. You beat them 25-11. You got to keep it going and finish it off in this next game. Don't let them hang around, because if they hang around, Billings Central will make a game of it and we'll come back. You can't let them get back into the game. You got to just keep hitting the ball hard and keep hitting it down to the ground.
All right, so Belgrade up now 2-1. Let's go ahead and take a break and recognize our sponsors that make Panther Life possible and be back with Game 4.
You just hit the mother lode.
At $3.99, Taco Time's new mother of all burritos hits the hunger jackpot without breaking the bank. Weighing in at more than a pound, our salsa tortilla is stuffed with seasoned ground beef, Spanish-style rice, refried beans, and our famous Mexi fries. Then smothered with creamy cheese sauce, fired up with 5 Alarm sauce, and finished off with cool sour cream. Hit your hunger big time with the mother of all burritos. Just $3.99 only at Taco Time, where real ingredients make
High Country Paving, locally owned and operated since 2002. High Country Paving believes in the values of kids being a part of the team. Harrington Pepsi, your local Pepsi bottler. Made to Clean. Trust the team that's made to clean. Give them a call at 209-2109. Reach Higher Montana helps students achieve personal success in education, career, and life. Schedule an appointment with Cullen Gilbreth in the BHS Counseling Office.
Okay, we are back for the start of the fourth game here. Belgrade leading now 2-1. Absolutely stomped on Billings Central in that third game to make it 2-1.
Yep.
So both teams just trying to rely and focus on their processes of their best games so far to now try to finish for Belgrade in this fourth set, and Billings Central just trying to keep the game on, or the match alive here.
Yeah, you'll notice they moved Olivia Montenschell back up to the front row to start the game, so that she's in the front row same time Bailey Christensen's in the front row. They didn't do that last game, and it really cost them. So we'll see what happens this time.
What was that call there?
Belgrade was out of rotation. One of the girls in the back row was too far over.
So there is a line there that they cannot cross from the defensive part to the attack part, or?
Well, from the back row to the front row players, you can't cross and cover up the other girls that are in the front row. It's technicalities, but there's only so far you can go left or right in your position.
Gotcha.
And one of our players was just a little too far left or right.
And so that's basically a judgment call for the referee?
Yep. The referee has to look at the girls in the front row and then check the placement of the girls in the back row, and if they're too far one way or the other on one of the girls in the front row, then they're out of rotation.
Yeah, so Belgrade takes a 3-2 lead. I believe that's Christensen serving.
Montenschell's been off for a little while. She's had two hits that hit the net, one that just barely went over, and this last one just went in the net and went down.
Now, is Billings Central a team that needs a girl like her to be on? Like you said, she's kind of been off in her last couple of hits, and do they feed off her, or does Billings Central have enough talent elsewhere to overcome that, you think?
Well, they've got a lot of talent, but I would say they rely much heavier on Olivia's offense than we rely on Bailey Christensen's offense. We've got a lot of other girls that can hit the ball hard and provide offense for us. Billings Central, they've got some good players, but not quite the caliber that we have. And that's my perspective, so,
yeah, so nice.
Maybe a little biased.
So nice little rally there, but side out there, so Belgrade will get the point 6-3. It should be actually 6-2, and that's one thing, and I know what happens from time to time. In this type of game where you want to close out, you don't want to serve anything into the net, and that's where Billings Central got their last point. You don't want to just give a point away, but I know it happens from time to time. Nice block there by McKenna Carlson.
Yeah, That was Olivia Montenshell again getting blocked, so we're taking Billings Central's offense away from them. There's an ace. Veda Barkel with the ace. Oh, hit it into the antenna. Point Belgrade.
So Belgrade is showing some dominance here in the last 2 games, trying to extend game 4 to win the match. 9-3 now, point total. Dig there by Christensen.
Yep, Belgrade's digging up every hit. Olivia Cook hit it just a little long.
Now we have another update with about 2:16 going to the second quarter. The Bobcats have extended their lead over Weber State 17-7. It should be 17-0.
Remy Gordon with another kill.
So Windham with the serve there, Hadley with the dig out. Outside hitter blocked by Carlson and Blakely. Rams back at him, Christensen digs it. Blakely back over to Carlson. Carlson pounds it down, dig out by Central. Blocked by McKenna again, almost got that one down. Christensen to Blakely, Blakely back.
There's a good hit by Cook.
So good power there by Olivia Cook as well. She's another hard hitter for the Belgrade Panthers.
Yeah, she's been having a good season.
Yeah, 11-4 now. Belgrade pulling away again in the 4th set.
Another ace. Windham.
So the ace is considered just any point off the serve, or do you have to hit the ground with?
It has to be only hit by one
player.
One player.
Okay.
If they're able to hit it by 2 players, then it's not considered an ace. Olivia Cook with a kill.
Yeah, and Christensen putting up some big career numbers for the Belgrade Panthers with kills and aces. Is that correct?
Correct. She is one of the best servers in the state. She's able to get a spin on the ball that makes the ball dive down into the court with a lot of power behind it. There's a kill by Jaden Blakely.
14-4 now. Belgrade over the Billings Central Rams. Belgrade is up on the Rams 2-1, trying to close the game out. Close the match out. Another ace by Haley Windham. And Bailey has committed to Great Falls, is that correct?
Correct.
For her college career.
Yep. Yeah, she has been recruited heavily around the state of Montana, but she's always liked Great Falls. We carried the ball on that, pushed the ball a little too hard, held on to it a little too long.
Yeah, and is that an easy call to make, a carry call, or is is it such a fine line? It's like the NFL on judgment calls, right?
It's a subjective call. There's some referees that call it a whole lot more often than others, and there's some referees that just kind of let the game go and be played. There's some officials that call double hit on sets a lot more often than others too. It just
Cook pounds one down off the Billings Central player. Cannot handle the power. 16-6 now.
She's having a good game here.
She is, so she'll get a quick rest and breather as Hazel Eaton will come in to serve. The junior for Belgrade now. Quite a good athlete as well. Hazel, multi-sport athlete.
Yep, she's
volleyball, softball, and I believe basketball as well.
Yeah, she's a good player. She just knows how to keep the ball alive and hit the ball where the defense isn't.
A little too much there. Billings Central, Belgrade takes another point, 18-6.
You can tell Billings Central is frustrated there.
Yeah, they're just kind of, they can't get a rhythm like you said.
Yep.
Get some points down here.
Oh, beautiful soft serve.
So Eaton
Dropped
taking
it in.
advantage of him
Yep, she
a little
dropped
bit
it
in the
front of
psychology,
10-foot
right?
line, yeah.
You betcha.
She saw the defense playing back deep and just dropped it in short. They couldn't get to it. Yeah, that hit the net. Wasn't going to make it over even. 20-6. This is the lead you want. Finish it off. If you notice, Olivia Motenshell isn't even in the game right now. They pulled her while she's in the back row.
Paul, is this score right now as surprising to you as it is to me right now?
It is. That first game when Billings Central came out so dominant and was hitting the ball so hard, I thought this was going to be a 5-set match and come down to the wire, but that third game, Belgrade finally figured it out. Kenna Carlson with the kill. Yeah, we've got too much offensive power, and Central has just been flustered these past two games.
And who's that sub that just came in?
That would be my daughter. That would make a proud papa see her come in.
Yeah, so she gets to hear the commentary of her father when she gets home tonight.
Uh-oh, beautiful little set over the net for the kill, Jaden Blakely. That's a rare one into the net.
Is there ever a time you do take your libero out or no? Is there any, or is it automatic you have to leave them in the game?
Good hit by Tessa, but just a double block there to block it against us. It depends on who you've got that's capable of playing in the back row. Right now, what Belgrade does is our middles, who are typically your tallest player, usually your middle hitters aren't quite back row specialists, and so you use your libero to sub in when your middle hitters are in the back row. And so the libero can play back row for both of your middle hitters. You have two middle hitters that are in the game. One is in the front row and then one's in the back row exactly opposite them in the 6-person rotation. And while they're in the back row, you put the libero in for them so that they can play better defense.
See, so it pays to have expertise here on Panther Live.
Absolutely. We haven't had this before.
Help our viewers out. And it might attract more viewers.
Right?
Yep.
Boy, I don't know if I'm the person for that. Billings Central is just taking something off each one of their hits. They're trying to play safe and keep the ball in. And anytime you do that, you end up hitting the ball long because you're putting too much of an arc on it and it just sails. There's Motenshell back in the game in the front row.
So Motenshell, they're back in the game, right? And
yep, give a little bit of offense to Central. The thing I always told the girls when I was coaching was, don't ever take something off of the ball just to be safe. You got to keep hitting the ball hard. You got to play the way you've always been coached. It's
And Moton Shell did that on that last point to help them.
Yeah.
As Billings Central knocks that one out of bounds, though. So 24-12. So here it is.
Well, Bailey will come in and try to finish it off.
Try to get another ace here potentially for her.
Yep. Even when they are able to dig the ball, they're not able to set up a good, strong offense. Nice shot by Remy Gordon to finish it off.
Yeah, so there it is, 25-12.
That was a great job by Belgrade Panthers.
Belgrade wins the match over Billings Central today, 3-1, 1-1. And then Belgrade just dominates the next two sets. I mean, absolutely dominated. And what does that do to their confidence? They beat these guys twice now. And you got divisionals coming up where you're going to see these guys in divisionals.
Yep. Yeah,
for a divisional title and also for seeding for the state tournament, all that. What does it do?
Well, it gives us the confidence going into the divisional tournament. We know that we are capable of beating these girls every time that we play them. So it gives us, even though it's in Glendive, it's going to give us home court advantage because we're the team that's got the position on them, that's already beat them. It makes Billings Central kind of question themselves a little bit. So.
All right, so Panthers get the win 3-1 over the Billings Central Rams. And want to remind you that we'll have more volleyball here on YouTube, Panther Live on Thursday. That's senior night, is that right, Paul?
That's senior night.
Yep.
Against Livingston Rangers.
So, yep, we'll have that one on Panther Live. Then after that, it's all postseason for fall sports here at Belgrade High School. So we'll have the football game next Saturday in the NFHS Network. But thanks for tuning in. Panthers get the win over the defending state champs, 3-1. Our guest commentator, Paul Lamb. And then, of course, Andy Demjanovic, as always. Our camera operator is James Durchak. This is Nate Parsegian. Guys, thanks for joining us in the broadcast today.
Yep, you bet.
Thanks for asking me.
All right, we'll see you guys Thursday for senior night.